Too Short. They listen to that stuff. They listen to what was the other jam they listened to in there? I forget what they were. For the Love of Francis. I forget the name of that band. There was a lot of like light techno stuff. There was really nothing solid. And then when I got out of jail and got into the halfway house, there was these white dudes at the halfway house. And one day, I don't know, they were listening to fucking Pearl Jam or some shit. And it sounded okay, you know. And I don't know. I was still into Black Sabbath and all my stupidity. To be honest with you, I was just listening to fucking, I was just doing coke. You know, I was just busy doing coke, trying to get my life together. I wasn't really, you know, reading Cream magazine or Rolling Stone anymore. I'd evolved from that shit. But the first time I woke up from my drug coma was 92, 93, and I would watch MTV. I had a Sony Trinitron, and that's all I did was watch MTV, you know, and eventually this came on, you know, Jeremy and fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit came on for a while. I forget the other video that I really liked from Nirvana. And then fucking when I discovered Soundgarden, I almost jumped out a fucking window. And then Alice in Chains. And then I was blessed by being able to move up there. I'm sorry to interrupt whatever I was talking about, but hey, I just want to mention to you that The Joint is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Listen, if you're like I was, you might think therapy is only for people who are already off the deep end. That's not true. Nothing could be further more from the truth. Therapy is for everybody, even guys like me. It's the tool that helps us before things get too bad. Listen, I signed up with BetterHelp maybe 7 months ago when I was going through my little gugoots time there, and I tell you, Dana has done a great job with me. They've done a great job. You know, I talk to her once a week. It's cheap. It's right there. You don't have to go anywhere. I think it's the best there is. So BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and live chat sessions with your therapist. If you don't want to see anybody, you don't have to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try. It helped me, and it worked. It helped 2 million other people that have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. We're sponsored by BetterHelp, and Joint listeners get 10% off their first month with BetterHelp.com/Diaz. That's BetterHelp.com/Diaz. And now, back to The Joint. You know, I went up there to chase a skirt and to do comedy, you know, just not knowing that fucking this is what was going on around me. So once I got up there, I got to listen to Mother Love Bone. Like, I could tell you guys, oh, I went to see Mother Love Bone. No, I didn't. I didn't know any of this shit. I didn't know the history until I moved to Seattle. And then, you know, smoking dope with people and all that shit, they let you know. Like, there was a lot of fucking grudge historians up there, as you could say. You know, everybody knew Chris Cornell. Everybody was personal friends with him. But it didn't matter. It was just great to, like, I wasn't part of that 60. Yeah, I like Neil Young. I like Eric Clapton. I like, you know, there's a lot of people in there that, the Allman Brothers, you know, all those great recordings. I like Led Zeppelin. I never got to see them. And I never got to see them blow up from the beginning. Do you know what I mean? Like, I joined in when the party had already started. In fact, by the time I got into Zeppelin had already killed like 3 underage girls. They already fucking shot heroin to fucking, you know. By the time I got into these bands, AC/DC, by the time I got into them, you know, it was Power Rage, into Highway to Hell, and then Bon Scott died. But Pearl Jam, all these guys, I had a fucking, is Pearl Jam 10 Pearl Jam's first album? I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But that, you know, 10, Super Unknown, and Nevermind by Nirvana, they fucking rocked my world. You know what I'm saying? So it's so weird how I was part of that. Like, I could consider I still remember going to Giggles motherfucking Comedy Club. I used to go to Giggles, I don't know, every other week, and then I started working every week. But at Giggles, this is the weirdest thing. There was a girl I just bought weed from. She was a hippie chick, really cute, really attractive, you know. She liked me because I was dirty on stage. Some of the waitresses thought I was, you know, because nobody else was ballsy enough to get dirty in there, because the owner of the club was a Vietnam vet, and he got shot down in a plane or some shit, you know, and he didn't want to fucking, he bought the club and he didn't want to hear dirty stuff, and it was crazy. But I would always go on stage before the guy got there, which gave me, you know, 45 minutes to be dirty. As soon as I saw his Jaguar pull in the window from the stage, think about it. Motherfucker had a stage and a little window on the bottom. So I could see when his car pulled up. And once his car pulled up, I would wrap it up. I'd do the 5 minutes of knock-knock jokes that I have, you know. What animal don't you play cards with? A cheetah? Ga, 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 ga. The audience would look at me all fucking weird, and I would get off there. And then, but this little waitress, when I would always go on Thursday nights, Friday nights I had plans afterward, but like Saturdays you hang out with the staff. When you're a comedian, on Saturday nights you can hang out with the staff, and on Thursday nights, since there's only one show, you get out of there at 10, 10:30, you can hang out with the staff. And every time I would get like reefer from her, I think I also cop coke from her a couple times, she would always say to me, if you want, we could go up to fucking whatever hill and party out with Alice in Chains. And I would go, what? Alice in Chains? You know, at first I was excited about it. I'm like, fuck yeah. And she's like, yeah, but the problem is they might shoot heroin. I was like, let's lay off that for right now. It wasn't that I was a pussy or whatever. You guys know I'm in with whatever. I'm in through the outdoor. If you have it, run it by me. Will I want to do it at that time? Do I have plans? Maybe I had plans that night and I couldn't put heroin. But they were shooting heroin. I couldn't. Listen. I put a needle with heroin in my arm. That'll be the last time you see me, guys. That would be it. You guys know it's tough for me to give a fucking blood test. Never mind heroin in my fucking arm. So if she would have said to me, yeah, they snort white heroin or whatever, you could just come up, hang out. Something didn't feel right. And I got to tell you something. Every time I think of how many times she invited me, I want to jump out of a fucking window. I should have just gone up. And when they would have passed the syringe, I could have just shot it behind my neck and asked them questions like, how did you write The Rooster and all these fucking great songs you put out? But you look back and you go, what the fuck was I thinking, you know? But it was really cool. You know, I had the opportunity to live there. When I was there, I ended up going to see Soundgarden. They were not good. I cannot lie to you. I know you guys will love for me to tell you they were great. I got to jump up and down with Chris. He gave me a fucking Xanax, but it wasn't that type of story.